The story goes like this. They were floating down the river, mother and daughter. Many affluent Americans from up north, Chicago, New York, could afford to come during winter times to Florida because nice weather and recreational activities like fishing and hunting. And daughter saw this beautiful house on the side of Indian River on a shell mound, and she said, "I wonder if you can buy this house." It was year 1911, location Indian River Lagoon, Cape Canaveral area, Florida, East Coast. And they bought this house, and they lived happy, and they had a happy life. They had partings and gatherings, and many influential that era socialites like Ford from Ford Automaker Company was tossed around. But my story is not about them. My story is not about people who bought a house. My story is about people who lived before in that house. Before house got sold in 1911, in the year 1911. Well, word of mouth from locals, from old locals, was that young women were missing her old house in England, and her husband, he went over back to England and brought a house and built a house in a shell mound. The same house what people bought from them in year 1911. Nowadays it is historic house on a shell mound. It's like a little park now, and one of two existing shell mounds from old times when Indians lived here. Long before Indians lived here, it was like Timucuan tribe. They lived here for 1,000 years. They usually gathered clams, fish, and in winter times they moved towards inland, did some huntings. Unfortunately, when people from Europe arrived in 17th century, they also, for Indians, it was kind of like end of. None of them are here today because they didn't have resistance for disease. So basically none of them here anymore. Anyway, shell mounds used to be all along a side of Indian River. Shell mounds were used to build roads and railroads. So basically, there are only two houses on existing two shell mounds. No, shell mounds exist because two houses were built on top of shell mounds. I got curious and I was trying to find more information about those people. Anyway, the book, history about this area, and the writer of the book I spoke with here, and there is a name mentioned in that book. It was Englishman and I tried to do internet searches. Only thing I found something mentioned that man was eccentric and loved hunting. I don't know if it's him but kind of fits description. Anyway, now just think about it. If you love somebody, how much would you do for a person you loved? Just thinking about it, like in the beginning of 20th century, there was no airplanes. He had to travel by the boat. I don't think it was very easy. Probably had a lot of difficulties, but he managed. You would say, how courageous this man is. But I would ask, but what about a woman? He considered her so worthy that he did it for her. What kind of woman was she? Many times, because I live close by, I've been walking around the property and around in it's like museum in the house. I was trying to get kind of like, sometimes I have like feeling, like senses of something. Like I was trying to get some kind of feeling about their existence here, something. And it's nothing. It's just tranquility. Maybe trees, maybe house remembered their presence. But interesting feeling what I have is that these people, I feel like these people are somewhere, not here, but somewhere. I'm not sure where. It might be they might be reborn, or on different astral level, or maybe on different planet. I don't know, but my feeling is that they are there, and they lives that their soul, their energy, like bright light, did not disappear after they died physically. The energy continues. And another thought, what I think, wherever they are, stars illuminates their way, their road brightly, because they are just such kind of people.